ND 41, Central Michigan 17 for Fighting Irish Preview and FightingIrishPreview.com. I'm Phil Houck. Well, it wasn't always pretty today, but the Irish got it done, did what they had to do leading into that kind of that big game coming up next week. But there was definite game pressure on the Irish right through the third quarter. 21-14 lead for Notre Dame at halftime. Central Michigan's within a score. And for the second straight week, part of the problem that the Irish had today were penalties. 10 of them last week, 8 of them this week. And this week they were not of the small variety by any means. About 85 yards, I think, in penalties. But 2 roughing calls really hurt the Irish. Pass interference calls really hurt the Irish. The Irish need to clean that up, if they're going to have success against the top teams who we're coming to be facing in the next few weeks. The Irish also dealing with poor field position, and I've been tracking this all season long. And today, the Irish 12 drives, 9 started at or inside the 25. Several there are a couple at the 12, one at the 15, the 18. One started at the 8-yard line. That's 9 out of 12 drives. The best field position the Irish had today, I think they started from the 40. Inability to return punts, good punting games, those things are hurting the Irish. They need to start with better field position. And no turnovers today. We thought coming into the game, the Irish should have been able to force some turnovers. They forced 2 fumbles, but they didn't recover either one. Neither team today with a turnover. The Irish finally broke the back today of the Chippewas after a couple of field goals in the third quarter. Audric Estime really got rolling in the fourth quarter, and at the 5:45 mark of the fourth, Sam Hartman hit from 4 yards out, hit Holden Staes. That's the third straight week Holden Staes has caught a touchdown pass. And that made the score of the final 41-17. That was Hartman's third touchdown pass of the day. He had another big day, 16-26, 330 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown added to those totals for Sam Hartman. And Audric Estime also had the biggest day of his career today. 20 carries, 176 yards, 1 touchdown. And get this, remember that one play in the fourth quarter, maybe it was the third quarter, 71-yard touchdown run by Audric Estime. Holding penalty, it got called back. Imagine what his day would have been if that had been added into his totals. It would have been an epic day. Jack Kaiser was the leading Irish tackler today with 10, but he admitted post-game that the Irish missed J.D. Bertrand today, who was out with a concussion. Commenting on J.D. Bertrand, Kaiser said, "There's a reason why he has a C on his chest." Bertrand certainly with a reputation for being the guy who's kind of the quarterback of that defense. And I think it showed a little bit today with the Irish having some poor run fits and missing some tackles. Post-game, Marcus Freeman acknowledged that the Irish have work to do, referring to a lot of self-inflicted wounds. No doubt he was talking about those penalties and some missed tackles that we saw here today. So the Irish attention now can fully turn to number 6 Ohio State. Last check, Ohio State looks like they're certainly going to go to 3-0. They were leading Western Kentucky in the fourth quarter 56-10. And like I said, they are the number 6 team in the country. The Irish are number 9. And folks, next week will be a war. For Fighting Irish Preview and FightingIrishPreview.com, I'm Phil Houck, and that's a wrap.